Have you ever found yourself pondering the true nature of God? It's a question that has captivated the minds and hearts of people throughout history. In this video, we'll delve into a profound perspective on God's essence, one that may challenge and expand your understanding of the divine. I invite you to watch until the end, as we uncover a life-changing realization that has the potential to transform your relationship with the sacred. As human beings, we often find ourselves grappling with the vastness and complexity of God's nature. Our minds, shaped by our unique experiences and beliefs, can sometimes struggle to comprehend the full extent of the divine. We may find ourselves limited by our own perceptions, unable to see beyond the boundaries of our understanding. It's important to recognize that our human limitations do not diminish the truth of God's essence. Rather, they serve as an invitation to open our hearts and minds to a deeper exploration of the sacred. When we look at the world around us, we see a tapestry of diverse religions and cultures, each with its own interpretation of God. These varied perspectives can sometimes lead us to believe that God's essence is confined to specific labels or boundaries. However, the truth is that the divine transcends any human-made divisions. God's essence is not limited by the constructs of religion or culture. It is a universal truth that flows through all of creation, uniting us in a common bond of love and connection. As we begin to explore the hidden truth about God's essence, we must first recognize the profound interconnectedness of all things. Every aspect of the universe, from the smallest atom to the vastness of the cosmos, is intricately linked in a web of unity. This interconnectedness is not merely a physical phenomenon. It is a reflection of the divine essence that permeates all of existence. When we begin to see the world through this lens of interconnectedness, we start to understand that God is not a distant or separate entity, but rather an all-encompassing presence that flows through every fiber of our being. At the heart of God's essence lies an infinite wellspring of love and compassion. These qualities are not mere attributes of the divine. They are the very foundation upon which all of creation rests. When we look at the world around us, we see countless examples of love and compassion in action. From the tender embrace of a parent holding their child to the selfless acts of kindness performed by strangers, these qualities are a reflection of God's essence manifesting in the world. By recognizing and cultivating love and compassion in our own lives, we align ourselves with the divine and become conduits for its transformative power. One of the most profound truths about God's essence is that it resides within each and every one of us. We are not separate from the divine, but rather an integral part of it. This inner presence is the spark of the sacred that animates our being and connects us to the greater whole. When we begin to recognize and nurture this inner connection, we open ourselves up to a deeper relationship with the divine. This recognition can be a source of great comfort and strength, reminding us that we are never truly alone, and that the essence of God is always with us, guiding and supporting us on our journey through life. Recognizing the presence of God within is one thing, but actively nurturing that connection is another. There are many practical ways to tune into and strengthen our inner relationship with the divine. One powerful tool is the practice of meditation or silent contemplation. By taking time each day to quiet our minds and turn our attention inward, we create a space for the divine to reveal itself to us. This practice can help us cultivate a sense of inner peace and clarity, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and grace. Another way to nurture our inner connection to God is through acts of service and compassion. When we extend love and kindness to others, we align ourselves with the divine essence that flows through all of creation. By seeing the sacred in every person we encounter, we begin to recognize the interconnectedness that binds us all together. This recognition can be a powerful catalyst for personal and spiritual growth, helping us to develop a deeper sense of purpose and meaning in our lives. As we continue to explore the hidden truth about God's essence, we must also consider the role of surrender in our spiritual journey. Surrender in this context does not mean giving up or relinquishing our free will. Rather, it is an act of trust and faith, a willingness to let go of our attachment to control and align ourselves with a higher purpose. When we surrender to the divine will, we open ourselves up to the flow of grace and guidance that is always available to us. This act of surrender can take many forms, from offering up our fears and doubts in prayer to simply letting go of our expectations and allowing life to unfold in its own perfect way. By cultivating a spirit of surrender, we learn to trust in the wisdom and love of the divine, knowing that we are always held and supported, even in the midst of life's challenges. One of the greatest barriers to understanding God's essence is the illusion of separation. As human beings, we often perceive ourselves as separate from the divine, as if there is a gulf between us and the sacred. This perception is rooted in our limited human understanding, which can sometimes obscure the truth of our inherent connection to the divine. In reality, the illusion of separation is just that, an illusion. We are not separate from God, but rather an integral part of the divine essence that flows through all of creation. When we begin to recognize this truth, we start to see the world in a new light. We understand that our perceived separation is a product of our own minds, and that the reality is one of unity and interconnectedness. As we navigate the path of understanding God's essence, faith and trust become essential companions on our journey. Faith is not blind belief, but rather a deep knowing that there is a higher purpose and intelligence at work in the universe. It is a willingness to trust in the divine, even when our human understanding falls short. Trust, in turn, is the act of surrendering to that faith, of letting go of our need for control and allowing ourselves to be guided by the wisdom of the divine. When we cultivate faith and trust, we open ourselves up to a deeper relationship with God's essence. We begin to see the world through the eyes of the sacred, recognizing the divine in all things and all people. Cultivating faith and trust is a lifelong journey, one that requires patience, perseverance, and a willingness to let go of our attachments. One way to strengthen our faith is through the practice of gratitude. By taking time each day to acknowledge the blessings in our lives, we begin to see the world through a lens of abundance and grace. This practice can help us develop a deeper sense of trust in the divine, knowing that we are always provided for and supported. Another way to cultivate faith and trust is through the practice of prayer or intention setting. By consciously aligning our thoughts and desires with the divine will, we open ourselves up to the flow of grace and guidance that is always available to us. This practice can help us navigate life's challenges with greater ease and clarity, knowing that we are never alone and that the divine is always with us. At the core of God's essence is an infinite and unconditional love that has the power to transform our lives in profound ways. This love is not a mere sentiment or emotion, but rather a force of creation that permeates all of existence. When we open ourselves up to this love, we begin to experience a deep sense of connection and purpose, knowing that we are part of something greater than ourselves. The transformative power of divine love can manifest in many ways, from the healing of physical and emotional wounds to the awakening of our highest potential. When we allow ourselves to be guided by this love, we become agents of change in the world, spreading light and compassion wherever we go. We begin to see the divine in all things and all people, recognizing the inherent worth and beauty of every being. As we explore the hidden truth about God's essence, it's important to acknowledge that the full extent of the divine may always remain a mystery to us. Our human minds, as vast and complex as they are, can only grasp a fraction of the infinite intelligence that underlies all of creation. This realization can be both humbling and awe-inspiring, reminding us of the limitless nature of the divine. Rather than seeing this mystery as a limitation, we can choose to embrace it as an invitation to deeper exploration and wonder. We can find comfort in the knowledge that there is always more to discover, more to learn, and more to experience in our relationship with the sacred. By remaining open and curious, we allow ourselves to be continually transformed by the unfolding mystery of God's essence. As we come to the end of our exploration of the hidden truth about God's essence, I invite you to take a moment to reflect on the insights and ideas we've discussed. Understanding the true nature of the divine is a personal and profound experience, one that can transform our lives in ways we never thought possible. Remember, the journey of understanding God's essence is a lifelong process, one that requires patience, perseverance, and a willingness to let go of our attachments. By remaining open and curious, we allow ourselves to be continually guided and inspired by the wisdom of the divine. As you go forward from here, I encourage you to continue exploring your own connection to the sacred, whether through meditation, prayer, acts of service, or simply a willingness to see the divine in all things. Know that you are always supported and loved by an infinite intelligence that permeates all of creation. May you find comfort and strength in the knowledge that you are an integral part of the divine essence, and may that knowledge guide you on your path to personal and spiritual growth. Remember, you are never alone, and the love and wisdom of the divine is always with you, now and forever. If this video has resonated with you, I invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights and reflections have the power to inspire and uplift others on their own spiritual journeys. If you found value in this exploration of the hidden truth about God's essence, I encourage you to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content designed to support you on your path of personal and spiritual growth. Finally, if you're seeking additional resources to deepen your understanding of the divine, I've included links in the description below to recommended books, articles, and other videos that can help you continue your exploration. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery, and remember, the truth of God's essence is always within you, waiting to be revealed. Trust in the process, and know that you are loved and supported every step of the way.